zapaśnik, który w MMA specjalizuje się w poddawaniu rywali na wszelkie możliwe sposoby. Przed państwem starcie Legierski versus Barrio.
This Olympian moved his home from Argentina to Europe, and his office from the mat to the cage. The elite wrestler thirsty for success in the KSW cage from American top team Zagreb, I give you Francisco Croata Barrio.
From Argentina, Barrio brings a strong fight sport pedigree. Prior to his MMA career, he was a silver medalist in Greco-Roman wrestling at the 2007 and 2008 Pan Am Championships. Widely regarded as one of the best wrestlers in South America, and that's a huge statement. Barrio then made his MMA debut in 2012 and has since built a very solid record, also returning to wrestling in 2017, where he won a bronze at the Pan Am Championships again. 31-year-old has honed his craft at the likes of SBG Ireland and currently at ATT Zagreb. Chris, this is a slippery customer.
He's got an amazing story as well. He is undersized as well. He's coming up from featherweight into this catchweight bout. I love his boxing. You mentioned the grappling background. He's really quick in and out on those combinations. I do think he may want to try to avoid being put down on his back in this one. Legierski is very strong from the top position, so if he can get the takedown, he'll be there. If he can work the boxing, he'll use that too. He needs to be in or out though, because he is the smaller guy in this fight.
So, Francisco Barrio, fighting blue. Well, jogging around the ring there, you could question fitness, but I'll leave that for another time.
This young talent arrives on the biggest stage yet. The banker from down south is ready to set up some fireworks. From Octagon team, I give you Mateusz Dynamit Legierski.
Well, we finally see the promotional debut of the undefeated Mateusz Legierski. He takes on fellow debutant Francisco Barrio. Legierski was originally slated to make his debut in July, but had an injury that delayed this. Now, the Octagon champion, who has an unbeaten amateur record and is 6-0 pro, has understandably a lot of expectations and hype surrounding him. Tonight he steps inside the KSW cage looking to make an immediate impact. Well, Barrio might have something to say about this. They both have different skill sets, but this is going to be an absolute out-and-out KSW showreel bout, if ever there was one. Chris?
He's undefeated, he's dangerous, he is gigantic at 155. I love his killer instinct as well. He's had, I think, the right coaching and the right development to work his way up from the amateur ranks to the pro ranks. He knows when to turn on the fire, whether with his leg kicks, with his ground and pound, with his long punches. He's a complete fighter, and he's a dangerous fighter. And that makes this a really, really fun debut for both guys.
So, fighting red, Mateusz Legierski. Was our second catchweight bout. Under 73 keys, 3 5-minute rounds. Mateusz Legierski, fighting red. Francisco Barrio, fighting blue. Poland versus Argentina. And I said, well, those are the metrics up for you. 7-1, 6-0. The height advantage for Legierski, and we saw that in the weigh-in. But the wrestling skills that Barrio has available to him are going to be called into play here. And that's what makes this such an exciting matchup. A big night for both these fighters, making their debut here at KSW.
For me, Legierski's going to control on the outside, set things up with the jab, throw the kicks in off the punches and the combinations. If it goes down, he's happy to be on top.
Nice overhand right there from Barrio to begin with. He's light on his toes, isn't he? And the boxing skills are there. And dancing around, forces his way in, tries to get that leg. He's a dangerous guy, and the right hand again makes contact.
Absolutely, and that was what I was going to say about Barrio. He's going to be in or out. He's got really good boxing. He's got a really fun kind of style. The hands aren't always high. His guard isn't super traditional, but it works. And of course, if he can get in, he can get a takedown. But if he's in the out, he's got to work with the combinations, looping into stuff like that. Really nice. He's a very technical fighter.
Well, he's definitely negating the height advantage that Legierski brings to this. But there's an unbeaten record there that needs to be maintained, and it's a tough night for Legierski here. Great footwork, I have to say, from Barrio. I mean, you know, he's funkier than James Brown, isn't he? Jumping around, off-putting Legierski, and Legierski trying to nail him down. If he can maintain this over the required distance to settle this, I think Barrio presents a really good opportunity for himself here.
Smart. He's just backed off, reset. He doesn't want to be a stationary target. He doesn't want to eat kicks like that. He's got to keep moving, change the angles, work the combinations. Be ready to maybe not get the big takedown he wants in the first, but maybe in the second. Frustrate Legierski. Stay off the fence like that. He's making a lot of nice decisions. There we go.
He's forcing the action, isn't he, Barrio? Comes in off the back of that overhead right. And Legierski having to give up his back in, but he's easily defended here and a bit of space. And as you say, Barrio in, out. I mean, you know, that's sensible play here. In and out like a fiddler's elbow. Keep out of danger and work. Give himself the opportunity to do that.
You can see what I mean about the size discrepancy. Barrio would normally be down on weight at 145, but he was happy to take his challenge.
Defended that knee strike well by turning his body in, but then he dropped an uppercut into the body of Legierski. I mean, he's a naughty fighter, a little bit of damage to the nose, and he takes it again right on the spot. That seems to be a target there for Legierski, but he's throwing everything in when he comes to the clinch, doesn't he?
And some breaths here from Barrio. If Legierski can weather this storm and get him tired, that could open up the finish. It could just be a patient game for Legierski, because when you've got these physical advantages, it's not a mystery what the other guy's got to do, where he's got to be, in or out. He's got to come and get you. The onus is on Barrio to close the distance here.
Yeah, and he throws caution to the wind when he comes in, and he landed a shot there, and Legierski for a minute had a look of, this isn't comfortable, you know, but he's tight guard, but he's still taking shots, Legierski. And in the clinch, Barrio works as well. And look at that clash there. And he's roughing Legierski up on the inside, and that's where the advantage is. Legierski's starting to get just a little bit rougher in these clinches, but look at Barrio. I mean, this is a brawl here, and looks sweet and dandy, Barrio, but he's come here to do business.
You'd probably walk into a library and take a look at him, and you wouldn't think he's this level of a fighter, because he's looking really, really good tonight as far as the game plan. I mean, Legierski, I don't want to say is frustrated, but he kind of expected, I think, an easier fight.
I think he thought this was going to go to the ground very quickly because of the wrestling. But that was great there, that hip throw. Oh, gosh, down he goes, Barrio, and he's had to give up his back. And now he's in the danger zone. Look at Legierski. He's got the hooks in with the legs, and he's got a chokehold. He's got the rear naked. Can he do this? I'm sure the Argentinian has been here many times, but on the wire now, there's still enough room to do this on the clock. And referee Lukasz Bozowski just having a word.
He's not happy about the fence grab. I think he's going to reset both guys.
Timeout. Lukasz Bozowski very, very definite about that.
Wow. That was huge. Obviously, Legierski did go for the back take, and Barrio was able to muscle his way and turn into guard. That could have been a good space, so he wanted the takedown, right? He would have had it.
Well, it looks very much as if Mateusz Legierski just turned up at the party. He was having a bit of a problem getting in past the door security of Barrio, but now he's inside. He's causing havoc. 10-second clap at the end of the ring. Jumping knee kick. Barrio sees it coming, goes for the leg, can't do it. This is a tough play.
He just winked at us too. Love it, man. What a great fight. Legierski, Barrio, both guys looking really good in there. Well, I think Legierski wants to get back to the jab and stay on the outside. I think he's got to find a better way to keep Barrio from coming in and getting that penetrating step to get the takedown, as we saw a few times.
Look at the power of those shots. That overhand right comes in and lands. It's hurt Legierski. And he's throwing up all kinds of difficult propositions. When he's in the clinch, he tries to go for the leg. When he's outside, he boxes really well. They're thunderous punches. But Legierski, as I say, came late to the party, but he's brought a couple of bottles in the bag, as it were.
And there, Barrio just trying to get the pick up in the clinch. There you mentioned the throw. And there the back take. Barrio fought it, got into the top position, but I think it was a fence grab there. Bugash Bozovsky wasn't happy. Now back to the feet.
Well, we go to 2. And this is a very, very interesting bout. We've seen some action here tonight. First round knockout from Page. We've seen Robert Rupala. He got first round submission. Yeah, split decision for Daniel Torres so far. So this was really a technical matchup for fight fans. And welcome to KSW 56. I'm the Sensei Will Vanders, and he's
The Guru, Chris Hoekstra.
we're your sportscasters. We're bringing the action here tonight, live from Łódź in Poland. And, of course, observing all restrictions and distancing practices, apart from the 2 protagonists of the ring. So, this is the second round. Argentinian Francisco Barrio playing blue. Takes on Mateusz Legierski playing red. And down goes Barrio, and Legierski has started to warm to the task here. But he's got a tough opponent in the Greco-Roman fighter, Barrio. Chris, take us through that roll round.
Awesome transition. Legierski nearly had the mount. Barrio then popping out, going for the takedown, rolling through, actually giving his back. But he knew he'd wind out on top. Tons of energy in. Legierski the whole throw again, but Barrio boxes and disconnects. This has been a wild fight.
Legierski's really had to take his time and work this, but again he's got his back and tries to put the choke on. Starts a little bit of action there, but those hooks have gone in deep, haven't they? And turtling up Barrio. Can't defend this, I'm sure. We've got 3.5 minutes on the clock here. Can Barrio defend this? Legierski, very, very comfortable here, and I think the kind of energy and oxygen in the tank that Barrio needs might just not be enough here to defend against this, Chris. Is it on tight enough?
He's good for now. He's hand fighting, he's tucking the chin. If Legierski can swap up the choking arm, that could be the difference.
Well, this is serious moments here for Argentinian Francisco Barrio. Incredible to see a Greco-Roman wrestler at the level of Barrio succumb twice to a rear naked choke. Dakajime, that's what Legierski's going for. He's got the body lock on, that triangle there. And in a world of pain here now for the Argentinian. He's not going to get away from this very easily, is he, Chris?
Yeah, and his time, too. That's also critical. Barrio's relieving some pressure by turning to the right side of the lock, which is, in this case, to his left. He's fighting the hands effectively. But if Legierski can try to go fishing here a little while longer, he could get the better conversion.
Absolutely. I mean, the Argentinian obviously used to defending that choke. And referee Łukasz Bozowski looking very close. And again, he defends it. I mean, he's almost the comeback kid in this, isn't he? I mean, Barrio, 9 lives, has got to be his nickname.
The control that Legierski is using is very interesting. He's kind of got the, not the ankles crossed, but one ankle behind the calf, and then the opposite ankle further deep, grapevine in under the knee. It's a really nice way to control the back, especially if a guy's trying to turn into you like this.
How is Barrio defending that choke so regularly? I mean, that's tough in there. This is no spa day for the Argentinian, is it? And Legierski just taking his time and relaxing it, not forcing it, but the hooks that he's got on, very, very good. Oh, and Barrio, well, manages to separate them from that triangle, the body lock, Legierski's had to settle for the hooks. I mean, is it possible that Barrio could do this the whole of the round, Chris?
Yeah, so a couple of things have happened there. Legierski changed up the leg control, and Barrio actually tried to peel one of the hooks out because he sensed that. But for me, one of the most important things he's done multiple times here is the choke is best defended before it's in deep, and he's maintained enough hand fighting going on to keep that choke from getting cleanly underneath the chin. Or even in a position where he's got a good enough figure four around the chin that it will sink down as he cranks on it tighter. So, yes, to answer your question, yes, Barrio can do this the whole round. It's not a great way to sit in a fight and spend a few minutes of your day, but he definitely can do it, and he can escape, and he can get back to his stool, and maybe that's what he needs.
Well, yeah, you know, this is going to be a long game, much longer than I think Legierski had in mind. Both fighters making their debut, and both of them making a fantastic impression. And I don't believe this. He has escaped that rear naked choke multiple times here. Great defense. I mean, he really is a slippy customer. We've had the 10-second... At the 10-second clapper there, and at the end of the round, he's still here, Barrio. He ain't going anywhere. That was an incredible display of escapology. I mean, Barrio like Houdini.
He's got a lot of submission victories. You know, he's no slouch. Here's some of the action. We saw Legierski become a little bit more in tune, I think, with his distance. They're rolling through. He could have caught a crucifix off that, but there, the back. This was the story of most of that round. Able to control, changing up some of the positions in the grip, but never quite able to get the arm underneath the chin. Biding his time, as you said, Will, but time ran out in the end.
Well, Legierski has shown incredible patience here. He's had that choke on, let it go, had it on, let it go, and Barrio has defended really well. The speed with which he gets his chin to his chest is like lightning. It's gone to 3. I didn't think we'd be here, but we are. It's the third and final round here in this bout at catchweight. Mateusz Legierski of Poland, Francisco Barrio of Argentina. Well, the last 5 minutes to decide who's going to come out victorious. Scoring-wise, I mean, Legierski on the ground ahead here, but the power that Barrio has in the punches might decide this. So it's still up for grabs, and it's anyone's guess as to which way this will go.
I wonder if we'll see Legierski go for that again. I mean, Barrio's never been submitted. His one loss is a knockout, unsurprisingly to now teammate Felipe Page, but I'd like to see Legierski get behind that jab and not get into these positions where maybe Barrio can't get him down.
There's still serious jeopardy awaiting both these men as we enter this third and final round. And some breathing space for Barrio. And it must be psychologically very difficult for Legierski, having had the man's back, having had those hooks in, having had a triangle on and an armful of his neck, and you still couldn't finish it there. Requires a lot of patience and a lot of discipline mentally.
I would have thought it was going to be stand up and maybe the ground and pound finish if he does put Barrio down on his back, or if Barrio goes down. Barrio's a gamer though. He is tired and he is pressing forward because he needs a big round here.
Oh, beautifully taken, slips round the back of Legierski. And Legierski now needs a strategy and the Greco-Roman skills that Barrio has really coming into play here. Legierski gets to the upright. I mean, it really is close going into this final round. We know that Legierski is ahead on points, but he's not done enough to dispatch Barrio. And well, Barrio's a survivor. Absolutely incredible survivor here.
And a very skillful martial artist too. At a size disadvantage, he's used technique. And I think energy use at the right time. You know, he didn't freak out. Yeah, Legierski had his back for a few minutes, and yeah, he's, you know, in a position to complete a takedown, but he's letting it come. He's letting this thing play out. But maybe letting it play out's a mistake, because then you're at the judges' scorecards.
Well, I think Barrio's got enough punching power to end this, but Legierski got too much in the tank here at this stage, and well, the grappling coming into play, and Legierski really trying to break that lock Just look at Barrio work round the back there. He's causing problems for Legierski here. This is smart play. He's got a headlock on. Has to give it up. And on the wire, Legierski taking shots there on the inside. This round has evened things up for Barrio on the scorecards. He's had a rough time in the second round, there's no doubt about that. But, yeah. And I have to say that Mateusz Legierski had more locks on in the second round than Bob Marley. Look, he's gone down to the mat now here. Barrio using his power and his weight here. He's dropped his man, and Legierski now almost gone into survival mode. How did that happen?
I think he's tired. I think Barrio was able to bend him backwards and just catch him with that choke. It's a really basic takedown, but it's effective, especially if the guy's out of position. And again, the energy efficiency was a key thing in this fight. Barrio survived. Now he's able to press the fight here. I do have him down 2 rounds at this point. And right now, he's not doing any better than a 10-9 round for me here. So, Legierski, if this does go for the next 60 seconds like this, will win this decision. In my opinion. Famous last words, right?
You are the guru, and you are the technician's technician. And I have to say that I agree thoroughly. He hasn't done enough. And it's been a game matchup, though, hasn't it?
Absolutely.
And as I say, in that second round, more locks than Bob Marley. We saw that rear naked go on. I've never seen that amount of attempts in a matchup before. Well, both these guys emptying the tank here. Referees pressing them. 21 seconds. Oh, the suplex there from the Argentinian. A little flourish just as we go into the 10-second clapper. Tries a body slam, and Legierski rides with it, but it's not going to do any damage. We're on the bell here, and I think your prediction's going to be spot on, Chris. There's the smart money on the guru. Well, the Argentinian raises his hand, but he's using all his energy to do it, and I think that tells a tale. Legierski probably has edged this. We'll see how the judges saw it, and what counted for the judges in this matchup.
Great fight. Awesome matchmaking. I mean, just a testament to both guys' skill sets. And Barrio just came in there like a bat out of hell, straight into the center ring, just occupying not only with those dirty punches into the clinch, but also threatening frequently with the takedown, with the body lock. He did complete once. Legierski did get back up. Then he went again now with that belly-to-back technique, as you alluded to. Well, both guys tired. I mean, Legierski was exhausted in the corner, but credit to both guys. I do believe Barrio took that round. I don't believe it will be enough to win this fight.
Well, you just have to look at the cut of Barrio's jib, and he's not exactly looking like a high-performing athlete, given that he's won Pan Am grappling contests at, Olympic level. And what a mistake you'd make if you sort of referred to this man's height in a bar. You'd really have called it wrong, because this guy is durable and he is skilled. And look at that, he's enjoyed the game. And it's not so much how you win, but how you play. And Barrio has been game here tonight. Well, the judges still looking at the scorecards. This is the second time we've had the judges not completely convinced which way to swing. Daniel Torres with Max Koga earlier on. And that was a pretty long wait. But tension. Well, I think we're pretty safe in saying that Mateusz Legierski did enough. Nice to see some sportsmanship. Both fighters congratulate each other. And still we don't have a result from the judges. They're checking, they're double checking, they want to be sure. And we're waiting for the announcement now. Wow, what a matchup it was though, Chris, wasn't it?
Awesome. Can't wait to see both guys again. I mean, this was the one that the KSW fans were saying, I'm really excited to see Legierski come out. I'm really excited to see Barrio come out. Both guys have a future in this promotion.
Szanowni Państwo, sędziowie nie byli jednomyślni. Sędzia Wojciechowski 29-27. Legierski. Sędzia Czajka 28-28. Sędzia Motylewski 29-28 dla zwycięzcy.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got the winner by majority decision. And your winner is Dynamit Mateusz Legierski.
Well, Chris, you called it right. Majority decision. And the win goes to Mateusz Legierski. But like I said, this second round, where there was more locks on than Bob Marley, that rear naked went in and out with the rear naked. But Chris, what a matchup.
Brilliant matchup. Great offense and defense from both guys. Both bringing out a lot of positions. And it seemed to me that when you looked at this one on paper that maybe Barrio is going to have to come into this fight and find some magic, you know, with some tricky moves. But it came down to just gutting out that position in the second, coming back here in the third. The dirty boxing and the clinch, the great takedowns we saw from the clinch. Exciting. Just an exciting fight and a back and forth fight. One where I think Legierski will take some lessons going forward, and one for sure where Barrio has earned himself a place. Maybe at 155, I think more likely at 145.
Wow. Well, yeah, the dirty fighting summed it all up. A sweet uppercut there in the replay from Barrio. I mean, that would have floored